starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. It may seem like we are a long time from the next big election, but today, in honor of National Voter Registration Day, volunteers across the Northwoods are trying to get as many people signed up to vote as possible. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller has more.
Are you registered to vote?
Volunteers from the League of Women Voters gathered at Nicolet College to encourage voter registration. The team had two goals: register as many people to vote as possible.
It is so easy to register to vote.
And spread the word about the importance of voting.
It really is the fundamentals of our democracy, and everyone should participate in the process. It's their civic responsibility.
Less than 4 million people in the state of Wisconsin are registered to vote. This is just a fraction of the nearly 6 million people that live in the state. But volunteers with the League of Women Voters are working to change this by letting everyone know about the value of voting.
It's almost like being a part of a household. I can say, I don't care what I have for dinner, and then someone else will choose for me, which may not indeed be the best choice for me.
But it's not just about what's going on right now. There's a whole history that makes this all the more important to volunteers.
My mom was born in 1918, and she told stories about when she was born, women did not have the right to vote. She never missed an election. I will never miss an election.
Anyone else passionate about not missing an election should prepare by registering to vote now. The next national election may be a ways away, but volunteers say that registering now can save you lots of time in the future. You can spend that extra time researching candidates and matters that you care about.
There are plenty of issues that speak to everyone, and the only way we have to affect the change we want to see is at the polling place.
In Rhinelander, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
And you can register to vote or see if you are registered. Update your voting information all at myvote.wi.gov. Outside, Jeff, I can vote for a few more days like today. I would happily do so.
Yeah, the sun sets in 40 minutes. A perfect day today. High temperatures up near 70, lots of sunshine, but things will be changing toward the weekend, but until then, we could go for 80 tomorrow. Outside right now, it's 68 in Rhinelander, still 70 in Phillips, so a very nice day, above average temperatures, and get used to that because look at this out to the west. We're talking 90s in the Dakotas right now. Now, no 90s for you, but we could easily do 80 tomorrow and also on Thursday before we push a cold front through here on Friday night. And there's that cold front now well off to the west of us. Again, good weather until then. This could bring us some light rain showers on Saturday. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, light winds, some dense fog out there with low temperatures down near 45. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. While the number of new COVID-19 cases has started to drop across much of the country the last few weeks, that was not the case here in Wisconsin recently. Last week, the Dairy State had the largest percentage increase of COVID-19 cases in the country. This week, though, we appear to be making some progress. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports just over 3,000 new cases, dropping our daily average for the last week to about 2,500. Daily death numbers had been holding steady in the 10 to 12 range, though today they are up. DHS reports 34 new deaths from COVID-19 statewide. That is the most since early February. We're now averaging about 17 per day over the last week. Today, Pfizer submitted data to the FDA looking to get their COVID-19 vaccine approved for use in kids aged 5 to 11. It's an important group these days, as since the return of back to school, the biggest group of new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. has been in kids. Jay Gray has details.
The pandemic by the numbers still stunning and still growing. According to the Centers for Disease Control, over the last week, new infections have climbed to 95,000 each day, with 8,500 patients hospitalized daily and an average of 1,300 dying every day. That increasingly include children, right now unable to get the vaccine, though that could soon change. In a trial of more than 2,000 kids, Pfizer says at a reduced dose, its vaccine is both safe and effective for patients from 5 to 11 years old. Now, the Food and Drug Administration must decide on emergency use authorization.
I've been in contact with my daughter's doctors and our doctors, just kind of chatting with them about it, because that's always kind of been our first step for a resource. And so, I'm confident that when it comes out, we'll take her to go get it.
Still, doctors warn the biggest threat comes from those eligible but still unwilling to get the shot.
Those who are unvaccinated remain the most vulnerable to infection, severe disease, hospitalization, and currently there are over 70 million eligible Americans who remain unvaccinated,
including 1 in 4 adults across the country.
That's Jay Gray reporting. Eagle River's annual Cranberry Fest is this weekend. Organizers want to remind you to reserve your spot for the Cranberry Marsh tours and wine tasting ahead of time. Tours start on Thursday. They run through Sunday. They leave from the Eagle River Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Center. Prices are $8 for adults, $5 for children 12 and under. Children 3 and under are free if they can sit on an adult's lap. You can make your reservation and check out scheduled tour times by calling the Eagle River Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Center. A special TEDx event at Nicolet College will take a look at how rural communities thrive this coming century. The Nicolet College Theater will hold the event this Friday, October 1st from 9 till 1. Tickets are $15 and be purchased online at nicoletlive.com. Masks are required. Only 100 tickets will be sold to ensure proper social distancing, so act fast if you're interested. Governor Evers has proposed a nearly $25 million package of bills targeting the state's ag industry and rural communities. Evers announced the plans at the World Dairy Expo. The centerpiece would create $20 million in grants to help Wisconsin food banks and pantries buy food from local farmers. Another bill makes $2.6 million in tuition grants available for students enrolled in a meat processing education or training program at a college, university, or technical college. The bills would still have to be approved by the Republican-controlled legislature in order to become a law. For years, the nation's been dealing with not just the pandemic, but the opioid epidemic, and one Northwoods County in particular has been hit very hard. But we'll show you how their new community center will hopefully help turn the tables in that war against opioids. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast. That's next here on Newswatch 12 at 6.
At Aspen Dental, we help you find your happy place, like big games, big hugs, and perfect little getaways. We see how these moments make us smile, so we offer safe care to help you share your smile. See us today to get custom-crafted dentures with a fit you'll love, because we'll make refinements until you're satisfied, or you'll get your money back. Right now, get dentures for $0 down plus 0 interest if paid in full within 18 months. Share your best smile ever. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book online today.
Get ready for NBC Tuesday. First, it's an all-new voice.
It's Ariana Grande. Look how awesome she is.
What's happening? Why is he being nice?
Then, the anticipated premiere of La Brea.
This place doesn't seem real, does it?
And a new beginning for New Amsterdam.
You know how long I've waited to be right here? This is all about refocusing on what truly matters. The joy.
An all-new NBC Tuesday tonight.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
fall colors are amazing out there right now, and they're only going to get better. Basically, our peak is in early October, so this week's going to be fantastic as there's just no wind at all out there to keep the leaves in the trees, or the trees and the leaves, whatever it is. And we'll have our peak here in early parts of October, and then likely a pattern change that will bring down all those leaves outside. But for today, looking pretty good, right? Lots of sunshine today. The trees are not moving at all because there's hardly any wind with high pressure right overhead today, and temperatures doing this. We're back in the upper 60s to low 70s, and we're just getting started. In fact, you may hear your air conditioner kick in tomorrow with high temperatures up near 80. Look at all this heat to the west of us right now. It was 95 in Bismarck, North Dakota earlier this afternoon. 91 Pierre, you get the idea. So again, no 90s for you, but a few of us could do 80 tomorrow, and also on Thursday, followed by a bit of a change starting on Friday that could cool us off for the weekend. Here's that trend. All right, so this is not normal. We're going to pay for this at some point, but until then, let's just take it in, right? 77 tomorrow, 78 for Thursday, 74 Friday, a bit cooler. Looks dry Friday, rain showers getting in here early on Saturday into Sunday morning, and then cooler temperatures back to reality through next week with highs back in the 60s. Although 60s, though, are still comfortable this time of year, right? Looking outside now, the pond has gone still, the high pressure right overhead. There's just no wind at all out there. It's going to be a gorgeous sunset tonight. There's a little bit of smoke in the upper atmosphere right now that will make for kind of a very red sunset this evening. Get out there and see that if you can. Looking outside now, though, lots of clear skies across Wisconsin. There are some things going on over here, but our attention is going to turn toward the west, and it's this system right here. Now, notice this. It's far away, right? This high pressure is so strong, it'll keep all of this at bay until late Friday night into early Saturday with increasing clouds. So until then, a beautiful day tomorrow, also for Thursday and for Friday, followed by a few rain showers getting in here on Saturday. And there's quite a system out there that could be the beginning of a pattern change to more storminess next week. Our forecast tonight, though, is lots of clear skies. You know what that means, and dense fog after midnight with low temperatures down near 41. For tomorrow, all right, it's Wednesday already. Lots of sunshine, highs in the upper 70s, but many of you could easily do low 80s tomorrow with a southeast breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows quiet tomorrow, warm Thursday, warm Friday, and then the clouds increase late Friday night into Saturday. It should be dry for all the games Friday evening. Light rain showers Saturday, not an all-day rain. Don't cancel your plans with cooler temperatures next week. Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Over the last decade, the opioid epidemic hit Wisconsin hard. Places like Forest County especially hard. But local leaders say they hope a new community center there will help. Pottawattamie Community Tribal Chairman Ned Daniels Jr. says he remembers maybe 5 years ago when a lot of tribal members were misusing opioids, and he wanted to come up with a way to improve or limit the amount of these overdoses.
And we need to stop the death that's going on, and it's hurting our families, leaving our other children without a parent, without a husband, without a wife, without nobody to care.
Daniels and Tribal Council thought of a new facility with a place to work out and have fun could help all members of the community. And in 2019, they broke ground on this new Pottawattamie Community Center, which just opened to the public on Friday. Daniels says people can use this facility to grow and gives kids and teens something really cool to do.
We live good when we're sound mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay? And then we can live good.
The community center includes a pool, gymnasium, fitness center, climbing wall, field house. You can contact organizers there to learn more about membership. Today, top U.S. military officials are on the hot seat testifying before a Senate committee about the Afghanistan withdrawal. We'll take a look at their testimony, hear what the top military brass are calling a strategic failure when we come back.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
At Save More Marketplace, our expansive produce section features a large organic selection of the freshest fruits and vegetables. Get ready to fire up your grill with the finest cuts of Black Angus beef, USDA Prime, Wagyu ribeye, over 15 varieties of brats made in-house, and so much more. Our Scratch Bakery has fresh breads and custom cakes and design specialties for any occasion. Our deli has a great selection of meats, cheeses, and quick and easy meals. And with Save More on the go, we bring the freshness to you.
We're divided, but we can agree now's the time to help hardworking Wisconsinites, right? Nope, not Ron Johnson. See, on lowering prescription drug prices, Johnson was a no. Adding dental and vision to Medicare? Nah. Or making childcare more affordable to help people get back to work? No way. What about making the rich, like him, pay their fair share in taxes? Heck no. Tell Ron Johnson, time to say yes to building Wisconsin back better.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
The FBI says the number of homicides in the U.S. increased by about 25% last year, the largest one-year jump on record. Numbers released by the agency show there were over 21,000 homicides and non-negligent manslaughter incidents last year. That's the most since the early 90s, when national homicide numbers were typically around 23,000 a year. Drug-related crimes are on the rise. The FBI also said violent crimes also went up last year by a more modest 5.6%. On the bright side, continuing a downward trend over the last couple decades, property crimes fell again by about 8%, and robberies were also down more than 9% from 2019. North Korea fired a short-range missile into the sea today, latest weapons test. It's raising more questions about the sincerity of their recent offer for talks with South Korea. In an emergency National Security Council meeting, the South Korean government expressed regret over what it called a short-range missile launch by the North. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said in a statement the launch does not pose any immediate threat to U.S. personnel or territory or our allies, but said the missile launch does highlight the destabilizing impact of the weapons program of the North, in that the U.S. commitment to the defense of South Korea and Japan, quote, remains ironclad. New research suggests children may face more extreme weather events in their lifetime as a result of climate change. A study published in the journal Science found a child born this year would live on average through 7 times as many heat waves, twice as many wildfires, nearly 3 times as many droughts, crop failures, and river floods as their grandparents. Experts say the outlook is troubling if the pace of global warming continues unchecked. Top U.S. military leaders testified on Capitol Hill today before a Senate committee on the chaotic and deadly withdrawal from Afghanistan. In candid testimony, the top military brass admitting to strategic failures on their part. Alice Barr has details.
Top military leaders facing a grilling today in the Senate Armed Services Committee.
How did this avoidable disaster happen?
They defended the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, but offered the rare acknowledgement that it was a strategic loss.
It is obvious the war in Afghanistan did not end on the terms we wanted. With the Taliban now in power.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Secretary of Defense, and head of U.S. Central Command testifying that a full review is underway, including into intelligence failures.
We absolutely missed the rapid 11-day collapse of the Afghan military and the collapse of their government.
Military leaders saying early this year they recommended keeping some 2,500 troops in Afghanistan.
I also have a view that the withdrawal of those forces would lead inevitably to the collapse of the Afghan military forces.
President Biden has denied going against military guidance. His defense secretary testified that maintaining a troop presence would have led to an escalation.
You'd be in a fight with the Taliban, and you'd have to reinforce yourself.
Democrats arguing the president inherited a crisis 20 years in the making.
The seeds for our failure in Afghanistan were planted many, many years ago.
Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley also defending his own actions in the waning days of Donald Trump's presidency. He's come under heavy scrutiny amid reporting in 3 new books. General Milley today insisting his call to a Chinese counterpart was a routine step to de-escalate the perceived threat of a U.S. strike against China, adding he never intended to usurp the former president's authority.
Accidents happen, and when they do, demand the best. At Shimkus Auto Body, we believe in quality work. Our certified technicians have years of experience and care about your car. At Shimkus Auto Body, you know you'll be dealing with a company that's been in business for over 30 years. We're so proud of our work that we've put our family name right on the door. Shimkus, a name you can trust.
When it comes to internet and TV, Spectrum has the competition beat.
Really? Can you keep up with all this?
Yes. With faster download speeds and better performance, Spectrum is the #1 choice for gamers. Switch now with the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. That's enough speed to game, surf, stream, and more on all your devices. Get Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Okay, but what about TV? It's not easy to find something that works for everyone.
Spectrum TV with the free Spectrum TV app lets you watch live sports, local news, and more on your TV and on your devices. And unlike satellite, there's no ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Too bad I'm in a contract.
Stuck in a contract? Spectrum will buy it out up to $500.
Seriously?
And you won't have to sign a new one. Don't wait. Switch today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes! Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-742-4499.
Beautiful 3 Lakes home, including 2 bedrooms, walkout basement, 7 acres, 3-car garage, large deck, and heated workshop. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
When the fans start going crazy, fans come on!
You bet your life.
Once you get over your initial shyness, I think you'll be great.
There's a show where you can play.
There you go.
From home. Watch the show and scan the QR code to play along.
Good luck.
You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno, weekdays at 1:30 on NBC 12.
Meet Tucker, Cincinnati Zoo's latest hippo, who they got from San Francisco. They threw him a pool party. They're hoping Tucker hits it off with one of their female hippos.
Looks like they are.
They look like they're having fun. Jeff, you could probably consider a pool party or lake party this week with the temperatures.
For sure, but the problem is I know lots of people who've already brought their boats and docks in already.
Which is normal for
We
late
could do
September.
80 tomorrow and Thursday, which we're going to regret that decision, right? But then by the weekend, cooler temperatures are on the way. Let's go outside now and check on these temperatures, hanging out near 70 currently across much of the area. We'll have lows tonight down in the mid-40s, so not quite as cold as it was last night. But here's the dealio. This is the story to the west of us. Warm temperatures moving our direction. That's going to give us highs near 80 tomorrow. Also for Thursday, maybe even for Friday as well. Followed by a cool down and cold front late Friday night into early parts of Saturday. That's going to do this. So tomorrow, boating weather, right? Thursday, Friday as well. Followed by a bit of rain this weekend and cooler temperatures in the 60s next week. So back to reality. But until then, whew, that looks good.
It'll be October by then, so we can't really complain about 60s.
Right.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 6. Mr. Food and Wheel of Fortune are next. We'll see you back here at 10 with more.